Hello everyone. Okay, so let's get started. Today is daylight savings time, and I know a lot of you are dealing with anxiety from just the fact that we're changing the clock. So I want to share with you some information that I think will help you from my very own toolbox that I think will be tools that you can use in your daily life as well as in your children's lives, because I don't know about you, but daylight savings time really isn't fun, especially if you're a parent and you have children. And we just had Halloween. So between Halloween and now daylight savings time, I say boo. And I say it tongue in cheek, because I want us to say boo to all that, but then to say, how can we boost our immune system because it's been hijacked? So let's get started. So many of you will want information and solutions, and I'm all about solutions. So challenge, solution. So the challenge currently is our immune system has been hijacked by Halloween, and then also by daylight savings time. So what can we do to help provide solutions for our body? So I would love for you all right now to click on your phone and invite folks that you know that can benefit from this. And while you do that, I'm going to do the same thing. And for those of you that don't know how to share, just click on the share button that is in this video, and you'll literally be able to share it to your wall. You could share it as a direct message. You could share it as a link, and that's going to help you be able to easily share it to your friends, because I think this is something that many folks really need to know, and it's something that you've all been asking me for. So I want to make sure that you all have that, and I'm actually going to put the link in the comments so that if you're watching the replay, you can literally take that link and share the replay. Okay? So let's get started. So I want us to understand a little bit about the circadian rhythm and how it can cause dis-ease in the body. So, and when you hear me say the word dis and then ease, you understand that I don't believe that there is diseases, but there's dis-ease in the body that can cause our vital force to get out of balance. And that is something that I think is so critical, and it really helps us think root cause versus just a pill for every ill. So unfortunately, the way that modern medicine is designed is it's a pill for every ill. So they are not approaching it from root cause. Why do we feel this way? Why are we out of balance? Why are we dealing with dis-ease in the body? Well, right now, because of this daylight savings time, our circadian rhythm is out of balance because we're so used to waking up at a specific time, going sleep at a different time, at a specific time. And all of a sudden, we're putting the clocks at a different time. And that happens in the spring and the fall. So this doesn't set us up for success, unfortunately, and it can cause dis-ease in the body, okay? It also is something that is very important when we're synchronizing our nervous system. So we want to make sure that our nervous system stays well, okay? So this is just an example of our circadian rhythm and how it works. The hypothalamus gland in the brain, so that's right here, actually controls that. And if we can do things to support that, you're going to notice a bigger transition. So many of you are saying, all right, Laura, a busy mom on the go, give me the solutions, bing, 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 bing. And what I'll do is post some bullet points after this live video so that you can see all the solutions that you can use for you and your family. So right now I'm here to tell you that there are solutions, there are tools that you can use to help your body be in balance, but also to help you and your family, especially with the kids. Nap time's disrupted, bedtime's disrupted. What can we do to help the body? Okay, so just want to lay groundwork here. The second thing, Halloween. just literally hijacked our immune system. So did you know that white sugar can paralyze the white blood cell count and your blood cells, aka your immune system? So right there, that's another thing that your body's vital force is saying, holy cow, now it's trying to deal with things, but we've just messed up our circadian rhythm, and last week we're bombarding it, or earlier this week we were bombarding it with sugar, which is paralyzing our white blood cells. Okay, so a lot of times mommies will come to me and say, Laura, what the heck? Why is my kid sick now? Right? It's because of several things, and these are several things that can be part of your root cause on why your child is dealing with being under the wellness line. Okay, so the white blood cells do a lot of things for us, right? So they work with viruses, right? They work with bacteria also. So this is a picture to show you how it engulfs a virus, and it's going to help absorb the virus, and then it leaves the bloodstream. But if the white blood cells are compromised due to sugar, right, you could see why we're not giving our bodies a success path. So stay tuned, and you'll hear some of the solutions, how we can help our immune system and get it boosted and balanced and back on track since it's been hijacked, okay? Here's another example of sugar and cocaine. So many folks don't believe me when I tell you sugar is reckless. Sugar is as powerful as cocaine is. It lights up the same hemisphere in the brain as cocaine. So many times when I tell folks we need to get off sugar, they look at me with that look in their eye with either anger, so it triggers anger when I say that, or it triggers this fear in their brain, in their eyes, like, you want me to give up sugar? Because it's just as addictive as cocaine. And so many folks are always talking about addictions, but they're not realizing that, unfortunately, our SAD diet is full of sugar, and it's in everything. It's even in like our ketchup. And you hear me go postal when I talk about high fructose corn syrup and how it's in everything. So take a look at what you're eating, and you'll start to see how can we get that sugar intake down so that the body is functioning better. And especially our children with behavioral challenges, this can also be one of the root causes, okay? Here's another image. Normal brain function, a brain that is on cocaine, and here's another one with an obese brain. So this is where we want to work on bringing down the sugar toxic load, okay? So what can you do to boost your immune system? Well, first and very foremost, your gut flora has 70%, minimum 70%. Many times scientists will tell me it's even higher. 80, 90% of our immune system is located in our gut. I'm going to pause for a second. I want you to grab a pen, stick this in your phone, take a picture right now, and remember this. Your gut flora, your gut microbiome, you might also hear, is very critical for your immune system, okay? So when we talk about our immune system, one of the things that I want to talk about is the microbiome, so that it's a living collection of all bacteria that resides in our body, and it's important for our overall health, and science has dubbed it even another organ. So our beneficial bacteria, also called probiotic, you'll hear me talk about probiotics all the time, is in our gut, which is where most of the microbiome lives and is responsible for many different bodily functions, including our immune system, maintaining our blood sugar level within normal range, helping us absorb nutrients, and even calming our emotions. This is critical, folks, because so many times people will say, you know, I'm dealing with behavioral issues with my child, or I'm dealing with depression, or we're having different challenges with regulating mood. Our microbiome in our intestines can actually be one of the puzzle pieces that you can realize to get to root cause on why this is happening. And the mind-body connection is critical, so our immune system, our emotions are tied to our gut flora. Okay, like I said before, the bad news is our modern lifestyles can deplete the friendly microbiome that works to keep us well. Antibacterial cleaners, antibiotics that are in our food and as medicine, unfortunately, antibiotics are given out like Skittles nowadays. And unfortunately, many times you don't need an antibiotic because you don't have bacteria that needs addressing. You may have had a virus, or your child may have a virus. And I want to make sure everybody knows this. Antibiotics are only good for bacteria that is bad in the body. It can kill bad bacteria, but it also kills the good bacteria in the body. But antibiotics don't kill off viruses. So this is where I always tell mommies, have them also do a test to see what is it. Is it bacterial infection or is it a virus infection, right? Because right then and there, you may be giving your child an antibiotic that's actually killing off the good flora, the microbiome in the gut. And you hear my voice get elevated and I get excited. And if you saw my hands right now, they're flaring in the air because this is one of the most important things that I want everybody to understand this. That this is also why we have such a high epidemic of MRSA, right? Because MRSA is an example of it's an example of something that has happened because of the overprescription of antibiotics. So what's happened is that bacteria has figured out how the DNA of that antibiotic works, and it's figured out how to become like a superbug. So it's not able, it's antibiotic resistant, disease resistant strain is what MRSA is. So I want to make sure folks are not taking an antibiotic when they don't need one, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't let your physician fear fact you into taking an antibiotic if you don't need it. My body has been damaged by being given antibiotic for a UTI, urinary tract infection, many years ago, and it actually ate away the lining of my bladder because I did not have a bacterial infection. So again, this is also why you hear me get so passionate about educating folks why you don't want to just take an antibiotic like Skittles, because it can do permanent damage to the body. Okay. Another thing you want to know is if you are going to take an antibiotic, make sure you take a probiotic in between your dose, but also make sure you take a probiotic for a minimum, folks, 30 days to 6 months after you're off your antibiotic. Because it takes that long to replenish the microbiome balance in your intestines that the antibiotic killed off. So the good bacteria needs to be replenished. If it does not get replenished, what can happen is the bad bacteria can now grow and grow and grow in your intestines and cause an overgrowth of something called candida. Okay? This can now burrow holes in your intestines, causing leaky gut syndrome, causing a host of dis-ease in the body. Okay? It can also cause and wreak havoc on the brain function. Fuzzy thinking, foggy issues in the brain, memory issues. Again, it's tied to so many things. So if you even just look up the Candida connection, you'll start to see why, when I tell you this, it's so critical. And this is something I wish every single parent was told when they're at the doctor's, so that they're making sure to introduce a good probiotic to their child's protocol in general. So what's happened is even at birth, so if you're a C-section baby, my boys were C-section babies, they didn't get the good flora from a vaginal birth. So they were missing some of the critical puzzle pieces right at the beginning of their life that helps their immune system. So I highly recommend mommies and daddies to introduce good probiotics to their infants early on, whether they are a C-section baby or regular birth, because unfortunately our environment is already taking a toll on a baby's immune system. All right, so with that being said, I know I covered a lot right there, but this is such a critical puzzle piece when we're getting to root cause and helping us function better. All right, so now we talked about that. Now the other thing is hygiene. Over hygiene habits, contaminated foods, even stress can wear away our delicate microbiome balance, which is one of the biggest disruptors, and a diet full of sugar and processed food. Okay? So, yes, you can guess what the bad bacteria likes to eat. It likes to eat sugar. So, like I said before, it's like a vicious cycle. And because we just had Halloween, we're giving the microbiome we're giving the bad bacteria too much food so that the good microbiome is saying, holy cow, how can I fight off the bad bacteria in the gut if you keep feeding this bad bacteria and I can't keep up? So for those of you that love to play video games, just imagine you're paralyzed in the video game and you're trying to fight off the bad guy and you're not given any solutions or tools to do it. So no wonder why we get under the wellness line and people start to say to me, I'm sick, my kid's sick, what's going on? All right, so here's another thing with regards to the effects of sugar. Like I said before, sugar feeds the bad bacteria. It feeds parasites like yeast and then the candida. A lot of ladies will say to me, oh, I got a yeast infection because I took an antibiotic, or I got a yeast infection because I'm eating too much bread or I'm eating too much candy, right? This is why, because you don't have enough good bacteria in your intestines, in your vaginal tract, etc. Sugar depletes the body of its critical electrolytes, antioxidants, and minerals. And sugar causes chronic inflammation in the body. Okay, so this is laying the foundation on why, right? Here's something else that I've done a lot of research on and a lot of classes on. I've learned from the best in the world when it comes to functional medicine, naturopathic medicine, root cause. Another thing that also can affect the bacteria in infants and children and adults is disinfectants and multi-surface cleaners. They've found, and they've done studies, that the actual fecal matter of infants that were exposed to antibacterial cleaners weekly had a higher level of gut bacteria that zapped the extra energy out of the baby's food. So that's huge, folks. So when we're looking at the cleaners, I mean, I was a clean freak when my baby was born, thinking, oh, I was doing a good thing by constantly cleaning the house and the floors and everything, but I was using these toxic chemicals to clean the house. So the air quality was exposed to poison. My baby was breathing in poison, and I didn't realize it, that I actually was doing damage to their immune system, not positive benefits to them. I've switched to safer since then, and now I don't have those toxic chemicals in my home, which also has helped the health of my family as well. But I want to let mommies know, because this is one of the things that mommies will do right out of the gate and realize, think that they're doing well, and they don't know any better. They've also done autopsies on women's breast tissue and have found these toxic chemical cleaners in the breast tissue of females. So be aware of that your skin is your largest external organ. So you absorb into your body these cleaners. So this is something else why you want to switch to safer. Okay. So I know I'm talking fast, but I want to get in as much as I can for you all so that you have these tools, you have these solutions at your fingertips in your tool belt. So I want to give you tools so that you have them in your toolbox and your tool belt, and you literally can grab at them and say, yes, I'm going to fight this challenge now, but I have weapons and tools to do it. So what wellness solutions will help support and boost the immune system? All right, so right off the bat, you heard me talk about the hypothalamus gland. We're going to talk right now about the olfactory bulb and the limbic system. So a lot of folks have never been taught this. When you breathe in therapeutic grade essential oil, so I'm going to start to talk about Young Living's therapeutic grade essential oil, and I breathe it in, it's actually hitting the olfactory system, okay? This is going to help you on so many levels. One of the levels is it hits the limbic system of the brain, which is the seat of our emotional center. It then controls all the other body systems. So right out of the gate, if we're talking about sleep deprivation, if we're talking about our circadian rhythm, if we're talking about our sugar cravings, right? If we breathe in a specific Young Living therapeutic grade essential oil, within 20 seconds, it hits the olfactory bulb that then hits the limbic system of the brain, and it starts to talk to the other body systems, okay? Even the hypothalamus gland that helps us with our circadian rhythm would then be supported. So isn't that amazing? So right then and there, put that in your notebook, put that in your phone and say, okay, I get it now. So if I'm breathing in a specific essential oil that's therapeutic grade, that's high quality, Young Living has seed to seal promise, so it's not adulterated, it has no synthetic chemicals in it. I know that it is truly safe for my family to breathe in, to apply to the largest organ of their skin, and pull it on the bottom of their feet, and even ingest. So I want to make sure that you know, never, ever, ever, ever do this with store-bought essential oils or store-bought essential oils that you're getting at the dollar store, or even if you're buying them on Amazon and eBay. They're most likely adulterated in some way, shape, or form with synthetic chemicals, solvents, and even their distillation methods are not at the standard of seed to seal. So I cannot recommend any other essential oil on the market except for Young Living. So when I'm talking about essential oils, I'm only speaking of Young Living. And the reason this is so serious, folks, is that it's a highly adulterated market. And even if it has the word pure on it, and even the words therapeutic, and even the words organic, when I've done my due diligence and research, I am seeing the marketing trickery that's out there, and it's poisoning people. So I don't want you to use inferior products on your family. And again, we're trying to get away from poison, and I don't want you to introduce more poisons to your family. So just be aware of that, okay? So now the other thing is, when we were talking about the intestines, there's great things that we can do for our children to help provide even breaking down the food. So you say to me, okay, Laura, I can't stop them from having Halloween. What do? I get it now. You're telling me what's going on in the body when this happens. Well, what can I do to help support my child's intestines? What can I do to support my child's immune system? What can I do to support my own immune system? So one of the things that I love is enzymes. And the enzyme therapies can help break down the food in the intestines. So I'm going to go over a few tools and solutions that do that. But just know that when we break down the food better and give the intestines a chance to absorb minerals, absorb the nutrients, your cells won't be malnourished. Because right now what's happening is it's coated with candida, it's coated with the bad bacteria. So the intestines are not working optimally, so you're not getting the nutrients, the minerals into the bloodstream, and hence the body's saying, oh, I'm tired, I can't take it anymore, or it starts to get into that dis-ease state. All right, so I know I just covered a lot. If you have questions, please comment in this video. I can answer them either live or on the replay, but I want to make sure that you have this foundational information so that you understand the why behind the recommendation, the why behind the tools and solutions that I'm about to share with you. So one of the first ones I want to share with you is something called Mighty Pro. It's a children's probiotic. And this probiotic Hands down, even adults are ordering it and taking it because it tastes so yummy. In fact, mommies have had to hide it because the children love it so much. Many kids and parents will report back and tell me it tastes like pixie sticks. So it's got a yummy flavor, but there's no sugar in it. Remember, sugar feeds bad bacteria. Why would we put sugar in supplements? Well, unfortunately, in the industry out there, when we go to the health food stores, the big box stores, they're in the business for profit, not purpose. Young Living has a very different business model, and Dr. Young created products for purpose, not for profit. So when he wanted to help his own body, he was creating it for a purpose. When he was creating it for his clients, his members, his patients, he was creating it for purpose, not for profit. So that's a very different way of thinking, and it's a healthy way of thinking. We want products that are doing good to the body, okay? The other thing is there's no synthetics in the probiotic. There's no adulterated ingredients. And the testing that goes into every Young Living oil and product is at the highest level. They're the gold standard of even supplements. And I've been in this industry a very long time, helping the health and wellness industry, and I've never seen another vitamin supplement testing done at this level. So I know that this probiotic is at the highest grade and at the highest level. It also contains a prebiotic. So you're also getting the prebiotic and the probiotic. So keep that in mind. That's also a critical ingredient, a critical functionality to help increase the good flora microbiome in your children's gut. Okay? So many folks this time of the year are thinking of gifts. Well, guess what? This is something you could literally put in their stocking in lieu of candy and, put one of the sticks in there, and that's something that they could take and eat with them on Christmas, Hanukkah, and they'll love it. And it's a great way for you to give them something that's healthy over something that's going to cause wreaking havoc on their immune system. The other one is the enzyme. So let me show you that one because I talked a little bit about that, but I want to make sure you understand it. So there's Mighty Vites, which is the vitamins by Young Living for children, it's chewable, and Mighty Zymes. And what I love about the Mighty Zymes is it's going to help break down the food that the child's eating and make it easy on the digestive system. And many parents are reporting back, it's also helped them transition when the seasons change. So when they go from summer to fall and the seasons change and there's outside environments that are wreaking havoc on the child, they're noticing a better transition with the seasons. So even taking the Mighty Zyme chewables has not only helped their immune system, helped their intestinal flora and their digestive system, but it also helped them transition when a lot of children are reporting to have challenges when the seasons change. So it's really epic, okay? All right, so that's an example. Now, some of my adult friends tell me they don't do good with swallowing pills. So even adults I know take the chewable Mighty Vites, the chewable Mighty Zymes, and the granular Mighty Pro. So for an adult, do your research and look at the levels, and you'll start to say, "Ooh, maybe I want to take 2 of these instead of 1." So it's all different because everybody weighs different weights. So one of the questions was, what would the adult dose be? So we all weigh different weights, right? So we're all different sizes, but just know that that's another option. The other option, like with Mighty Pro, because it comes in the little sticks, is maybe you take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. The other thing that I can give you tip-wise is taking a probiotic at night is the best time to take a probiotic. Again, I'm talking the best probiotic on the planet when we're taking the Young Living probiotics, because Young Living also has Life 9 for adults, taking it at night before bed is the best time to take a probiotic because your body's pH is not as acidic when you're sleeping, and you're not fighting anything else. So you're not consuming sodas, you're not consuming acid foods in the middle of the night. So your body has a better chance of getting in the colon, getting in the intestines, and saying, ooh, replenishing better, healthier microbiome. The other tip I can give you is a product called Alkaline, which I think I might have posted that here. Let's see if I have it. No, I don't have it here. But just know it's called Alkaline, and it's a powder that you can put in a glass of water and you can drink it right before bed, and this is what I do. And it helps neutralize the pH in my body. It also helps me when I have a little agita. So it's a great way. I switch to a safer solution that boosts and balances my immune system versus suppressing it, which is what a lot of those over-the-counter stuff does. And P.S., I don't get agita anymore. I can sleep and not have my stomach bothering me, but it's also balancing the pH in my body, and even the cellular salts of my body are more in balance. And then the Life 9 probiotic, or the Mighty Pro probiotic, is working better because bacteria cannot grow in an alkaline balanced body. And I'm saying that slowly because that's something you could put in your notebook. It will not grow. So if your child is ever not feeling well, boosting and balancing their immune system is one of the solutions, but also making sure that their pH is balanced and it's not acidic. So you don't want to be giving them acidic things that makes it not alkaline. All right, so I'm going to keep going. So for adults, this is where a lot of adults will say, oh great, well you talked about the enzymes for children, what about adults? So Young Living has Essential Zyme 4 and Essential Zymes. And look those up and you'll see there's the Essential Zyme 4 is slow release, so it slowly released throughout the day. It comes with 2 different, what they call blister-like packets. So you pop them out of the little package and you take them. And that's how Essential Zyme 4 works. Essential Zyme is 1 tablet and works immediately, where Essential Zyme 4 is slow release. I have found these are game changers for my own personal health as I've been taking them, and really great solution for the digestive system, helping support the digestive system. And then we also have other enzyme type products, which is Detoxazyme, Allerzymes, we have Sulfurzyme. So there's other enzyme supplements that we have that do different things. And for the length of this video, I don't want to get into all of that here, but I want to let you know that there are solutions for the supplement line that can help you depending upon what your wellness goal is, okay? All right, so I'm going to keep going. The next one, Master Formula, is our plant-based vitamin for adults, and it comes with three different capsules. Each one has different solutions in it, the mineral solution, the essential oil solution, and the vitamin solution. Now, what's very different with Young Living's vitamins and supplements that are not what regular vitamins that you're seeing in the health food store don't have this special sauce, and that is it becomes bioavailable in the body very quickly because it's synergized with our essential oil. When we infuse our essential oil in our vitamin supplements, even our liquid supplements like our Ninja Red, it becomes bioavailable in the body very quickly. So here's a known fact, even research has been done, that when we infuse our therapeutic Young Living essential oil into a supplement, it becomes bioavailable in the body within 20 minutes to 1 hour. When you're buying those store-bought supplements or the big box store supplements, they're not infused with a therapeutic grade, the highest grade essential oil on the market, and many of them are made with synthetic chemicals, okay? Unfortunately, Big Pharma is buying out a lot of the vitamin store vitamins. And vitamins and supplements I used to use when I started to do my due diligence, I would see that, they've replaced them with synthetic chemical-based things, which are undigestible to the body. So what happens with traditional vitamins is it takes 24 hours to 48 hours or never to absorb into the bloodstream. So you end up pooping or peeing out these vitamins, and you're never getting the benefits. Or worse, you're taxing your filter organs because now you just introduced synthetic chemicals into the body. So just know that that's a big game changer for when we're talking about solutions for our health and wellness. So Master Formula is the multivitamin. Longevity is a great one to also take this winter month, and especially to help you support your immune system. Here's Life 9, which is the adult probiotic. So you can also crack open the capsule of Life 9 if you choose. It's your life, it's your family. So for me personally, I would crack open a Life 9 capsule, pour the granular on a tablespoon for my children, and then I would add like plain yogurt, or I'd add applesauce to it and mix it up, and they would take it right on the spoon. So I'd use a bigger spoon so that I could fit the applesauce on it, right? So a lot of parents will say to me, well, Laura, I don't need a probiotic for my kid. I give them yogurt. The problem with yogurt is it's full of sugar. Sugar, what did I say earlier, feeds the bad bacteria. So then you're on this constant hamster wheel of giving the sugar and not getting off of it. Plus, you'd need to feed your child a 5-gallon bucket of yogurt to come to the same billions of probiotic strains that are in the probiotics. So the Mighty Pro granular for children or the Life 9, you're talking about billions of good bacteria, not just a few. So just so you know, not saying that yogurt's bad. It's bad when it's got sugar in it, but regular yogurt is still fine to consume, but you're not going to be able to accomplish the same thing because you're not getting enough, okay? Inner Defense is another one that I love to have in my wellness toolbox, and then put it in my tool belt when we're dealing with our immune system. This is a great solution, so be sure to research this one. Pull out your big desk reference book, and you'll see the epic game changer Inner Defense offers. It's formulated also with our Thieves essential oil. And those of you that know me know I absolutely love Thieves essential oil, okay? Alkaline, here it is. So here is what Alkaline looks, which is our granular powder supplement that you can put in water, and you can give it to children, you can give it to adults, and this is a great solution, especially when our tummy isn't just working so well, it's upset, but it also optimizes the pH balance in the body, so that way the body functions better, okay? And especially after we've eaten all this holiday candy and we're getting into Thanksgiving, right? And so you'll overindulge then. So this is something that you can also purchase. It also comes in individual packets, so I always keep some in my purse. Remember when I was traveling to Bali, I actually had it and it was a game changer for me. We also have an entire line of detoxing and cleansing products. I'm just going to show one for the sake of this video. Digest and Cleanse is an example of a soft gel cap that you can also take, and this can help support you when you've overindulged, right, this time of the year. But it's also part of our protocol for detoxification. Now here's another differentiator from our detoxification programs versus these other companies out there that are marketing detox programs, and their main focus that they're focusing on is profit. They're really not. They're greenwashing their programs, and it's actually been doing harm to the body. And I've seen time and time again case studies coming back to me, and I'm asking them different questions, and they're telling me, oh yeah, I was on that cleanse by that other company. And so I can't get into all of it here because I don't want to get into compliance issues, but just know the reason those don't work is because they're not doing it in a safe manner. One of the things that I tell folks, if you're ever going to do a cleanse, make sure you're also using Ninja Red, which is our antioxidant drink that's infused with 4 essential oils. Because what happens in the bloodstream is the toxins flow out of the bloodstream, but then guess what? They don't leave the body regularly if you're on these other detox programs. They just move to another organ in the body. That's no bueno. You do not want toxins to go from one area of the body to the other area of the body, which is why you want to be on a smart cleanse that is supporting the body, but also taking those toxins, turning them into non-toxins, and then leaving the bloodstream, which is what our programs do because they're also infused with the essential oil. I can do a whole class on a detoxification program, but I just wanted to let you guys know that because so many folks get tricked with this greenwashing that's happening out there and going on these highly damaging detox programs that really are not detoxifying the body. Okay? Now let's get into sleep because that was something else that so many of you are saying to me, Laura, holy cow, with this daylight savings time, it's already kicking my butt and we're only on day 1. So here's another great way that you can multitask, boost and balance the immune system, support the immune system, support your circadian rhythm, and also help the body. So Immune Pro is our chewable, a chewable that a lot of times I'll cut into 4s, and if depending upon the child, I'll give them that. So this is my personal toolbox. I'm talking about me and my family and my children. You decide what works for you and your family, but these are some of the solutions I'm going to talk about my family. So ImmuPro, it's a chewable. You can chew it or you can suck on it. So my husband prefers to have it melt in his mouth over time and dissolve. I don't mind chewing it. I'll chew it. So again, this is another great way that you can use this, but ImmuPro is great to use only at night because it also has a natural form of melatonin in it. Okay, so just be careful out there with the synthetic melatonin. That's not good for the body. This is a natural form of melatonin. It's also infused with immune supporting solutions in the ingredients, and it's infused with the essential oil, so it works very quickly. When I take one, I actually need to take it right before I go to bed because it literally works very fast. So this is a great solution this time of the year when I'm dealing with my circadian rhythm and daylight savings time. So me personally, this is going to be in my protocol tonight before I go to bed because I want to get my circadian rhythm into being supported on this new time slot. Okay, so hope this helps you. Sleep Essence is another oil infused supplement that also works to help provide you sleep solutions, and it's a soft gel cap. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit more about children and adults here with our oils. Young Living in our premium starter kit has our Young Living Lemon, our Young Living Lavender, our Young Living Peppermint, and a lot of times I'll put that in the diffuser before bed, or I'll put in our Young Living Lavender and our Young Living Cedarwood in the diffuser before bed. And that'll actually help me with my beta and alpha waves in my brain to help me get into deep sleep. So many of us are sleep deprived because we're never getting into deep sleep. So those are my own personal secret weapon tools that I use to help me when I'm going to sleep. I'll also apply Young Living Lavender, and I'll layer Young Living Cedarwood on the back of my neck. Now, if we want to get into the big guns, if you say to me, well, that's great, Laura, those are helping me, but I need a little bit more support. That's where our Tranquil Rollerball also has Roman chamomile in it. And they've nicknamed that particular oil an elephant tranquilizer. And we kind of laugh about it, but it's because it works so fast, but it doesn't work in a way where you wake up groggy or like, you know, if you've ever taken those over-the-counter things and you wake up and you just feel like you've been drugged, which you have been. it's not like that at all. It's very gentle, but it also provides you to get into even deeper sleep, okay? So for me, sometimes my brain is racing with a million lists, so that's when I'll layer cedarwood over my lavender. And then other nights I go, you know what? I've had one of those days. I really need to just roll tranquil on the back of my neck. You can also roll it on your feet. You can also roll it on your children's feet. So it's another solution. Same thing for our Young Living lavender or our Young Living cedarwood, for example. A lot of times mommies will put it in a roller ball, add our V6 carrier oil, and then roll it on the children's feet at night. It becomes part of the children's nightly ritual, and many kids love it, and they'll grab the roller ball themselves and put it on their feet. So helping the child go into a routine will also help you with this whole circadian rhythm and help them start to decompress, keeping them away from the TV, video games, cell phones, iPads will also help them get into their body will start to relax and rest. And this is where a lot of times reading a child a bedtime story, applying oils to the bottom of their feet will also help them get into a better routine and help them start to relax and rest. Tell them to close their eyes and imagine their bedtime story in their mind, right? We'll bring it down. Giving them a bath and lowering the lights in the bathroom. Maybe use your diffuser in the bathroom and start diffusing lavender and having the diffuser as the light for the bathroom, right? You decide. It's your family, your life. Putting some of the Young Living lavender in their bathtub or some of the Kid Sense bath solutions, right? That's also another way to help the child go into a more relaxed state, and you'll have an easier time getting them to bed. Obviously, helping not giving them sugar will also help them not be so wound up by the end of the day, right? Have you ever noticed kids get into what I call second wind, where they're tired, but all of a sudden they kick into this second wind feeling, and you're like, holy cow, I missed my opportunity to really get them in bed, and they're full fire. Like, you know, this is where we need to monitor that and go, okay, I need to get them into bed before this time, because now they turn into these little Tasmanian devils and are running around the house like little lunatics. It's because they're overtired. Something else that I learned in functional medicine when I've taken some classes is the fact that you need energy to sleep. So if we're overtired, even as parents, many times you lay in bed and you're exhausted, but you're tired and you can't sleep. You need energy to sleep. And this is where our Young Living essential oils come in handy, because they also will give energy to the vital force. Our oils also have frequencies in them, so you can actually raise the body's vital force frequency just by applying the essential oil. So that's something else to keep in mind. The other thing I've noticed personally is when I drink my Ninja Red during the day, I better sleep at night. Why? Because I've fed my cells high nutrient rich solution during the day, so my cells are nourished, and now I have this energy fuel for bedtime, so I actually can get a good night's sleep. So I hope that helps you also. All right, we're almost done, folks. If you have questions, please comment below. I'd be more than happy to help you. We have an entire Kid Sense line. So you heard me talk about the bath gel, right, for the tub, putting the Young Living's Kid Sense lotion on your child, giving them little baby massages or children massages before bed, but using the Young Living lotion is a great solution to help relax them and start a cool nighttime ritual, okay? Or even just rubbing their feet with the Young Living's lavender would be another nighttime ritual. And why would I say to switch to Young Living's Kid Sense line versus stuff that you're finding out in the store? Number one, there's no toxins in our lotions, shampoos, bath gel, or any of our products. You're not dealing with synthetic chemicals. You're not dealing with dyes and solvents. You're not also even dealing with something called emulsifiers, which are highly toxic, or parabens. Lotions on the market are filled with so many petrochemicals and parabens, and they're ingesting into the body's largest external organ, our skin. So this is an example of switching to safer, and you're bringing down the toxic load in your child's body, but you're also providing solutions to help them on their nightly routine or their daily routine, and supporting them when they're going to school. Young Living also has the easy button for mommies and daddies, and they have a kid scent line. So it's already pre-diluted with a carrier oil in it. It already is pre-designed for specific solutions. So it's the easy button for mommies and daddies. We also have the Kid Sense line of toothpaste, which doesn't have any toxic chemicals or neurotoxins. So do your research and start to understand about neurotoxins and how that can affect our immune system, okay? And then, like you heard me say before about detoxifying your home, do a healthy home inspection and start going around your home and looking for things that are toxic and switching them to safer so you have a healthy home. If you want more information, if you say, wow, I'd love to have a cheat sheet on a healthy home inspection sheet, let me know, because I also have a online learning center that I have for our Wellness Toolbox peeps, but I also have them for our Wellness Toolbox VIP guests. So if that's something that interests you, let me know. You'll get access to the booklet that you can print out and then literally walk around your home and figure out some of the solutions that you don't even realize are toxic and switch to a safer solution. So I hope that this presentation helped you go from boo, right, for our immune system to boost our immune system, to help our vital force be supported and providing great things for you and your family. Again, if a person invited you to watch this video, please go back to them and get their Young Living ID number, which is a referral ID number, so that you can be getting wholesale prices just like we are. So what I love about Young Living is they make it affordable and attainable for everyone. So you don't have to be a business builder to have a wholesale account, which is epic. And you just need a person's Young Living ID number to sign up to become a member of Young Living. The way Young Living works is you just sign up to become a wholesale member or a retail member. And now you have a Young Living account. You can log in anytime you want, and it gets shipped right to your front door. I, of course, chose wholesale because who doesn't want to save money? And I also am on something that is an optional program. And even with your starter kit now, you actually can earn points right with your starter kit by getting on something called Essential Rewards. Essential Rewards has allowed me to get points for everything I buy, and then I cash them in for free products. So I love being on Essential Rewards because every month I switch out something else in my home and it go from toxic to non-toxic, and it comes right to the house. I used to make myself nuts and go to a million stores and use a magnifying glass to see if this product met my expectations. Now I know when I put something in my Young Living cart, I'm earning points, I'm letting my money work for me, and it's coming right to my home. And I actually get free shipping, so I don't even have to pay for shipping with my Young Living orders, and literally it comes right to my front door. So I'm also going to be using my Young Living account to ship presents to people this holiday season, and I also don't have to pay for shipping. So a lot of perks, a lot of benefits for being part of Young Living. And what I also love about Young Living is it's not like a company where there's high pressure or you have to buy every month if you don't want to. You could just have a wholesale account and buy once a year to keep your wholesale account active. And that's it. So it's a no-brainer to have a Young Living account. In fact, everybody should have a Young Living account because there's so many great epic solutions that do no harm to the body, that help the body and help your family have a healthy home. So if you have more questions, don't hesitate to ask. And like I said, if someone referred you to this video, be sure to go back to them and get their Young Living referral ID number, because they also get a thank you check for referring you to Young Living. which is a great way, especially this time of the year, for folks to earn extra money for buying Young Living products, or they could cash the check in and spend it on anything. So I've spent my Young Living thank you check on everything from my Young Living products to helping my children pay for college supplies and books, to helping pay for my mortgage, to help pay for car expenses. And Young Living's members that are on my team have helped me immensely, especially when I was dealing with extreme health challenges. I went through an extreme health challenge that I was in the fight of my life. And every time my Young Living members purchased something, it also provided me additional money so that I was able to afford to buy my Young Living products that helped support me during the most challenging year of my life. So I'm forever grateful to my Young Living members on my team for helping me get well and stay well. And then also it warms my heart immensely to know that as they're on their own health and wellness journey, it's supporting them and helping them be healthy and helping others stay healthy in their family. And for me, that made my heart sing, knowing that they're getting well at the same time that I'm getting well or being well or having these epic tools and solutions, especially during different challenging times in our life. So thank you again for being part of this class about boosting your immune system. And I hope that if there's some tool that you learned today, if there's some wisdom tip that you were given, that you pay it forward and share this with someone else, because I wish I had this kind of information when my children were born. And this is my life's work and my legacy work, to keep teaching and sharing these tools so that more families have solutions, can get to root cause, can have weapons and tools that they can put in their wellness toolbox and their tool belt. So thanks again and have an amazing day, everybody.